Yeah. Okay, yeah, -10 sounds. I mean, that's
Look,
like pretty
That's
high.
like wildfiring, basically. So
Yeah.
shooting blind or wildfire, and
All right,
that
yeah,
seems
he's
fairish.
just gonna shoot his pulse lasers at you. Pew 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 pew. Damn. He actually hit. He almost crit.
Nicely done, sir.
Yeah.
Well, does that put
and dodge?
does that put him above with the shooting range at above 9?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Almost exactly.
No, I'm not gonna dodge. You can just hit me.
Okay.
That guy deserves it.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Right. All right, 33 damage from that. Pew 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 pew.
Nicely done, guy.
All right, it's their turn.
Yeah. I mean, if they survive this, I need to give them an application.
It's like, yeah, these guys are pretty good pilots.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so this is what I'm scouting. Okay. So I'm gonna I'm gonna slow up enough to where I can take another shot at that guy whose engine I damaged.
Okay. So you're gonna slow down and like shoot over like behind you?
Yeah, I mean, what I'll probably do is, seeing as I am actually flying now, I'll probably just use... Actually, you know, I do have a missile. I could shoot a missile. No, yeah, I think so. I think she'll do is I think she'll just like bank off to the left, and then slow down enough to where she can angle and shoot.
Okay, so you're slowing down and shooting at him.
Yeah. So that way I'm not screwing myself over, but at the same time... Oh, jeez. Yeah. I think that's what we're just going to have to do. Right. So grand total with then whatever penalties you decide to throw in.
-2 probably.
Yeah. So that put me at a 17.
Okay. You're shooting with your rifle, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yep, that hits.
That'd be 30 damage.
Okay. And this is just a main body.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Smacks into the hull.
Ah.
Oh, no, that's the wrong stuff. See, that makes a big difference. Real big difference. Okay. Yep. Takes a pretty good chunk out.
Ew.
All right. Brings it to their turn. So dude who you're exchanging fire with is going to continue following after you and shooting with his little lasers.
Good call.
So you're going probably at -3 to hit now, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Down in engagement speed,
Yep.
basically.
Yep.
Okay, so that is going to hit.
Okay, let's take it.
To dodge.
No, let's take it for now.
All right, 30 damage. And then the other two who banked off are going to sort of turn around, and they each fire another pair of missiles at you. So, okay.
Yeah, she'll definitely try and shoot some down now with her wing lasers.
All right. Well, same as last time. One guy missed, and the other guy hit.
Yeah, she'll try and shoot those ones down. Starting to take a lot of damage, so don't want to get too ballsy with damage I'm taking.
They got 3 times the actions per turn.
Yep. So that'd be a 19 to hit.
Yeah, you blow them up both of them up.
Yay, point defense.
Sweet. All right, that's their turn.
All right, now I'm going to turn myself into a missile and hit the one that banked off this way.
Okay. Yeah, the one closer to you.
Specifically because tackling in power armor, flying power armor, is specifically a thing.
Yeah, it does damage, right?
Yeah,
Lots
it
of
does a
damage.
fucking ton of damage. Yeah.
All right, yeah, go for it. So
All right.
then this would just be like a strike roll with
Yep.
your body.
Yeah, it's a body block tackle. I actually have a
Yep.
stat for it.
Sweet. He's definitely gonna try and dodge this.
Oh yeah, that's a good call. It's actually I think he has to parry it actually.
That's kind of
So,
weird.
well, no. So he just has to make a pilot check. I believe, if I remember correctly, I can look it up really quick. They actually have the rules for it. I do believe, because dodging in a vehicle is a thing when. Yep. So it's just a dodge roll.
Okay.
With a successful pilot check, he can make a dodge roll.
Oh, to roll that. Yep. He done it.
Yep. Nice. I assume these guys are going to. That's why I never really brought it up. But, so I got a 19.
They didn't send their rookies out.
Yeah. I imagine that. Like, oh, there's a thing over there. Go send Jeff over there. He's new, right?
19. Just barely dodged.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys are good.
You rolled high.
Oh damn!
Was that the one? That was the different one than what you tried to hit before, right? That was the other one.
Yeah, that's one that banked off to the left there.
Yep. All right, so
actually, that's probably actually the same guy I first tried to hit with the ram.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's abstract enough. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yep.
It matters for attacks. That means he is out of attacks now. All right. So you rocket past him.
Yeah, I'm out of attacks too. So.
Oh yeah, I suppose you use some of your attacks in
the surprise round. Yeah.
Surprise round.
Not surprise. It's the first action.
Okay. Yeah. So you see the Okay, the one in the middle, sort of like banks around and heads sort of in the opposite direction of you, as the one further out fires 4 missiles at you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to roll with. I can't. Yeah, I'll take the penalty for attacks next round. I'll try and dodge that.
He misses.
Oh. Well, fuck you, dude.
He fires a salvo of missiles at you, but you're just going too fast, too furious.
Yeah. That's the shitty thing about unguided missiles. It's just a shot.
Just. And honestly, it looked more like a like suppressive fire almost.
Yeah.
As both of them they're sort of reorienting and looking like they are they're going to try and like extract and retreat from the situation, head south again.
Yeah, I wish I could let them do that, but no.
The outer two, they sort of like move a good distance out from you. I guess one of them still has attacks left, so he'll fire 2 more missiles at you. Oh my god. They suck at using... They're just wasting all their missiles. Okay,
no, woe is me.
Yeah. So they are going to turn about, and so those 2 are sort of ready to sort of like in the process of running away back south. The one that's closest to you is not, because he had to take evasive maneuvers against you.
Yeah.
So yeah, new initiative roll. I would jump back over to Rudge, but I think this will probably resolve fairly quickly.
Not 20.
Okay, yeah, you go definitely before them.
I'll see with my YouTube stuff. I'm actually making our Pirates game like public. If you don't mind.
Cool.
I'm gonna like start linking to it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know I could actually type in the turn order. That's pretty great.
Type where?
In the turn order. It actually says I can.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Didn't know that either.
Learn new things when you try to be a jackass. All right. So the one in the center would have been the one with the damaged engine. Is he going slow enough that I can try and just rocket into him? I'll leave that completely up to you.
Yeah, he's going at half speed, basically. You could definitely rocket towards him.
Okay, doing that.
Rocket into him. Yeah, I mean, with his damaged engine, he's not gonna outrun you.
Yes, that's an 18 on the die.
Okay.
So,
Well,
gotcha.
we'll try and dodge, but yeah, he did not.
I forgot to pull up my...
Sales.
All right, so the most important thing is the whether or not it knocks him down. So I'm just going to roll that percentage first.
Right.
Because that's a 60% chance. And that is a 57 on the die, so...
Okay. So then roll your damage.
Yeah. So...
Okay.
That is... Oh my god, too many sheets open. Trying to like cycle through them is such a pain in the ass. Okay, okay, so that's a whole bunch of damage too. $41 damage.
41 damage. All right. And then you take like half of that or something?
Yeah. And I can actually roll with that too. I didn't know that last time, but I can. Because it's physical damage.
I suppose he could try and roll with it too.
He can. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, he crashes, so doesn't matter.
I did succeed, so I take a quarter damage, so I take 11.
Yeah, so you smash into like the rear of his bike, and he just like spins down, hits a couple of trees, and it's a pretty messy landing. You're pretty sure he didn't survive that.
By the way, like 80% of the reason I'm doing this is so I can show this video footage to Rudge later and brag.
There you go.
Yep.
That's a
so
good reason.
he's thoroughly out of the fight. The other two, they are going to accelerate up to, or like begin accelerating up to max speed. So they're hightailing it. One of them is going straight south. The other one is going more like southeast.
Okay.
So they're splitting up.
Yeah, they're just gonna try and break off my pursuit.
Yep.
I don't actually know their speeds, and like Blaine doesn't.
Right.
Can Willow's targeting computer tell me how fast they're going to see whether it's worth me chasing them?
Max speed 440 miles an hour.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
That'd be a really slow catching up to him though, so I'm just gonna do like...
They might make it back to El Paso, or their base before.
Yeah. I'm gonna do like one of my rifle shots at one of their engines. The guy that's heading like southeast, we'll say.
You probably get one shot off before they got out of like.
That's what I assumed.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. We'll do a... Actually, seeing as it's only one shot, I'm gonna do a called aim shot.
Okay.
At one of his engines.
Oh,
I kind of just want to do it at his head just to be a dick.
That'd be real tough.
Yeah, fuck it. Because I'm doing an aim shot too, I'm gonna do it because that's like the same penalty as the bonus.
So yeah, and I think that's like a -4 to hit.
Yeah.
-4.
I think. Yeah.
He's also going fast.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well, I can match his speed a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say probably like -5 from the speed.
We'll do that. Boom.
minus
s-
9 total.
so that's a 19 on the die. Start
Okay.
with.
Yep.
And then so minus 9 total. You said.
Yep.
That leaves her with a small bonus. Well, I mean, obviously not a bonus, but I get to take off of that a little bit because my stuff.
Yep.
Where's my stupid thing? So I have a total of a +4, so that'd be a -5. So that would be a 14.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage.
Eh.
Now I gotta look up his freaking armor. Ugh.
So max damage, so 40 damage on the head.
Okay.
Ding.
Ow. All right.
And that whole thing was just like for Rudge. Like, watch this. Ding.
Yeah, so you dome him. Okay, so he swerves a little bit and like ducks down, like flat with the bike, pretty much. But he stays his course. It looks like he's still hanging in there.
It's like one of those things where he like it hits his helmet and like smacks his head into the windshield a little bit.
Yeah,
to get a helmet on.
Pretty much. And then he swerves around like shit.
Yep.
Just melted off more than half of his armor on that delicate little watermelon of his.
Really good because Willow was running out of actual ammo too, so she's gonna spend this turn to reload because she doesn't have a lot of those bullets.
All right. Are you gonna keep chasing them further south?
No. She was that was more like a warning.
Parting shot.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
And just to see if she could do it.
Yeah. Well, you did it. Nice job.
All right, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, then we'll jump back over to Rudge.
Alrighty.
Okay, Rudge. So you head back up to the tower. You're doing this in the control room, right? Trying to go through the floor.
Yes.
Okay. So you're gonna go up there and explain your idea to
Yep.
Torres.
Yep. Indeed.
She kind of nods and says, "It does not sound particularly safe.
No, nothing does.
I am concerned that the regenerative properties of the material may behave somewhat unpredictably with that somewhat inconsistent battery of damage, but
Yes, I know.
it is certainly possible, maybe even likely, that you could break through.
Something must be tried.
I agree that it is probably more tactically sound than powering down all of our defenses for who knows how long.
Yes. It's and it seems to be the quickest and I mean, it could be reckless, but you know, science and broken eggs and such.
I'm interested to see what would happen, or what will happen.
As am I.
I should get my heavy-duty science equipment on. So as Phoenix and his guys are coming up, she goes and puts on some mega damage body armor. Which is it's definitely like a custom suit that it's almost like a bomb suit.
Oh.
It's a little bit lighter than that, but like it's got heavy like blast plating on the chest.
Yeah,
and
she's prepared.
Yeah. Main focus on armoring the chest and head, because you can replace your legs and arms, you can't replace your chest or head.
Nice.
Which she does have one cybernetic arm, I should point out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Phoenix and his troops come in. They seem sort of there's sort of a mix between like nervous and like maybe a little bit fearful and excitement between the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
As Phoenix sort of squares off and says, "Very well, Star Angel. Instruct us. What are we to do?"
All right. So I point and I say shoot.
All right, where are you having them shoot at? And
uh,
like, are you having them shoot at like a single point on the ground?
Yeah. So I pretty much draw a circle, and in the floor, somewhat away from like what I deem is like the console or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the dashboard or whatever.
Right.
And I'm hoping that this hole will go then, you know, it's like going to be a exact replica in the floor below is my hope.
Right.
So
Okay.
we're going right here and blast away. I want to start on a single point and form a small hole and to go outwards from there.
Yeah, so you talk a little bit, and Phoenix says, "Very well, so we'll have a staggered volley at this point, and after some time we will slowly pan our shots out to make a sort of a square."
Yes. Something large enough I can fit in.
You intend to go through?
Only for a limited time, possibly 30 seconds.
Very well. And so
If it doesn't seem possible, I will not. I will just look.
naturally. All right. I'm
Also,
one. Go 2, 3, 4.
Also, I guess I would have inquired, is there any sort of material I think would be able to be put in the hole that wouldn't get crushed by the regeneration? Or displaced?
Everything
Yeah.
that Willow tried got crushed.
Okay, because I
don't think
know
you
how
have
much
found a material that has not been crushed.
Plasma.
that can withstand it.
Yeah.
We need solid plasma. Yeah,
Well, if you found something that is like ungodly, incredibly hard, that it might last for like
a few.
a couple seconds,
Yep.
maybe a minute if it's like
Some
freaking
tungsten dipped in
Yeah.
unobtainium, dipped in vibranium, dipped in adamantium.
all the shit. All right, so yeah, Phoenix says, "All right, very well. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. We fire in half-second intervals on that mark."
This should be
And they
glorious. I record
sort
all
of
of
like,
this.
yeah, Torres is over there with her own
Yep.
equipment. Says, "Ready, fire!" And pew 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 pew. It doesn't make that much sound. It doesn't even really make a pew sound. It's like a hum and a slight crackle. And you see the blasts successively hitting the same point, boom, 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 boom. And it's really weird because it annihilates the area and sort of like the material around it immediately starts like sort of crawling inwards. But then the second blast hits and like fends it out. So it's kind of like a wave that's being constantly held back by like shockwaves. And you do actually see the floor is only about 2 feet thick. I mean, only, that's pretty friggin' thick floor.
Yeah,
But
holy shit.
but like a single like blast does cut through to the bottom of it. And you see there is some kind of open chamber below.
All right, I send the drone down there.
I know, right?
So currently, you would have to be like super speed fast to like jump between the like half-second intervals of annihilation blasts.
Yeah, no, I don't think I can do that. I could computer time it and then.
Or you could just tank one of the blasts.
That too.
If you're feeling lucky.
So first I send the drone down.
Okay. Are you gonna send it down like with them bombarding a single port? You're gonna wait and see if they can like open a hole by like expanding their shots out?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, wait.
Okay. So I'm gonna just roll some stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
See how good they are.
Roll some science and some experiments. And some shoost.
Okay.
And some...
That was pretty fucking garbage.
All right. Come on now.
So they fire, and like as it gets out to sort of like a point, you see the metal sort of like slides around the areas that are in and starts filling in the center again. And they have to sort of like go back and like make it smaller to retry.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that you want them to attempt it again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What is this? I have a heavy plasma cannon. Can I be helping?
Heavy plasma cannon. Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't that have limited ammo though?
It does.
It does. It does.
Yeah. That's the. I mean, you could, but you'd be using a bunch of ammo.
Finite resource.
So their second time is better. They expend it out, and it's a very unstable sort of like rippling hole. From what it looks like, there's about maybe a foot diameter space in the center that you could like send something through without like where it probably wouldn't get annihilated.
All right. I try and throw my drone down there.
Okay. Does the drone has like its own movement system, right?
Yep. It's like a Roomba for caves.
Right. All right. Give me a the throwing skill, targeting roll.
Mm-hmm. I have
You're basically playing like the beanbag toss.
Yeah, doing like guard toss.
Yeah.
All right. What do I think would make it better? Heavier or lighter?
Probably neither. It's just like you're just trying to like gauge the. I mean, you could try and like levitate it down there.
Okay, because if I
with, like,
because I think
gravity manipulation.
because I get a bonus if I make it lighter. Or I thought maybe not. That might be something else.
Oh yeah, if you do the like light,
Mm-hmm.
yep, you would get a bonus.
Okay.
I think.
Because
Whatever.
Thrown targeting, and I get +2 normally, but then 6. I think I have the 6 total written down, and I'm assuming that's.
Oh, that's because of your PP.
Oh.
Bonus. So you get +6.
Gotcha. To throwing. Okay.
Yep.
That's what it is. Hi-ya! I got a 20 total.
Nice. So you sort of like gauge it and whoop, beautiful toss. It goes up and then drops down.
Goes into like three
like wobbly gap that was made, and as it does, it kind of like drops down into the chamber below.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna have them keep sustaining the fire, or
I honestly think I'm gonna lose signal with this thing when the hole closes up, but I'll let them. I'm like, all right, let's see if I can communicate with the hole.
I was gonna say, you could just give them a minute and let them like search for a second, like a minute or two, and then close it.
Let it map out the first chamber.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll at least get that done, and then.
So the chamber is, you get contours only with this, right? It's not cameras or anything.
No, it's pretty.
It's like 3D mapping.
Yeah, exactly. So so I'll at least know if there's like a console and whatnot. And...
Yeah. So you get like the exact shape of everything, just not specifics. So the room below is kind of like a mirror of this room, upside down almost.
Okay.
It's the same sort of like dome ceiling. The exception being there does not appear to be any doors. And the bottom of this control dome sort of narrows down into this like column in the center.
Okay.
That has a bunch of like sort of winding, like braided metal bands, sort of like wrapped around it,
Okay.
kind of like almost like cords.
Yep. It's the power conductor.
And that sort of like spirals down into this central column that sinks into a kind of like a funnel shape at the bottom of the room. And the column enters into this funnel, and sort of remains in the center, going straight down.
All right. So yeah, that's the power source, or what it's tapping into. It's plugged into something down there.
Mm-hmm.
So I need that to activate. Is there any more areas to go other than the funnel?
The funnel is the only opening. No doorways as far as your drone can see.
Okay. I'm gonna have it like blast on its lights,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna try and look down there.
Okay, you're gonna try and
Just like, get an angle. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure I have some
Sure.
sort of fiber optic camera, maybe.
I mean, you could even go like above the friggin' annihilation circle
Yep.
if you wanted to flute.
Yeah. So
Um,
I'm just trying to get a view in.
yeah, so you can get a okay view. It's honestly it's pretty boring. It's
Mhm.
just like everything I described is made of that same matte black material.
Yep. All right, and yeah, I can't make out an on button.
There does not seem to be any on switch from your point of view.
Or any giant plugs that are unplugged and laying next
No,
to an outlet.
no. Yeah, no big unplugged power cables or anything like that.
All right. I'm gonna send the drone down the hole.
Okay. Are you gonna have them keep blasting?
How easy is that to keep up?
Not super easy.
Nah, like they can let it go.
Yeah, they are. It's taking like all of their focus to like time like fire every like second or two.
Yep.
Consistently.
Yep. It's the railroad spike
Yep.
hammering. Ting, ting, ting,
Pretty
ting,
much.
ting,
Yeah,
ting,
just
ting,
with
ting, ting.
annihilation lances.
Yep.
Okay, so they stop and they all kind of like. Phoenix says, "Good work, man." So you don't lose connection when it when the floor closes up, which the floor closes up after about 5 seconds.
Okay.
It was a big enough area that it took a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that actually took a little while.
Yeah.
Mhm. But it wasn't big enough for me to fit in.
I mean, so when they stop, the floor is big enough that you could jump down into it.
I jump in.
Okay, give me a...
As soon as I see that it is big enough, I'm like, oh, well,
Both characters split the party and go into suicidal situation.
Yep.
absolutely.
All right, give me... God. A dodge roll.
All right.
For just, like, you weren't really ready to do that, but you're like,
No,
oh,
I
shit,
saw
it's
the
open, I jump.
Yeah, I saw the opportunity.
How often are you ready to jump into antimatter streams?
Right. 13 on the die with a +3, and then I've got this, or sorry, a +6.
Yep, all full bonuses.
Yep, +6, and then another +3. If I think that's got to be the weighted thing.
If you have that, like
less.
you currently have light weight on you now, right? Yeah, so, or whatever the fuck that is called, low gravity on yourself.
Yeah, I weigh less. I weigh like 10 pounds or some shit.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So
it's a +9. So
you are able to jump in there and drift in.
Yeah.
Through you hear the sort of like the startled cries of
oh
the
shit!
people above you. It's like, oh, he did it! Shit! As you get through and the ceiling is sealed above you.
Mm-hmm.
leaving you entombed within the tower.
All right, so I got
With
my
your little
drone.
drone.
All right, so Rudge is dead. So this is Willow's game again.
So you can still.
I felt like I was taking over too much. I needed to give you your game back.
I'm gonna go and become the tower.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So 2 game sessions from now. So Rudge comes back as in the shape of a tower.
Yep. I am the tower.
Mhm.
So
I'm
good
the one.
news. You can still communicate through comms with the people in the room above you.
I figured if nothing else, I'd be able to communicate with Zero if I could communicate with my drone.
Right. Yeah. Which Zero's up there with them, right?
Yep.
So Captain Phoenix says, Star Angel, are you okay down there?
Yes, indeed. I saw an opportunity and needed to take it.
Well, don't. Of course.
I'm on the path, as you say.
Good luck with your path.
Mhm.
Will you need us to open floor again?
I believe so, but not till, not for some time. I believe this is where I must be to activate the power.
We will remain ready.
All right. Hopefully, I won't be long, but you can definitely take a break. Have a
And
rest.
you get Torres says, I assume you are filming everything down there?
But of course.
Very good. I would.
Buttons. Who's got the buttons?
Yeah, so now you're down here
Mm-hmm.
in person,
Yeah.
looking about.
Any booby traps?
Give me a perception roll.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to be here. There's no doors or anything, so. I'm not supposed to be here, that's for damn sure. 6 plus 6 is 5. 11, yep, 11 total.
11 total. Okay. Alright, so
I'm poking around.
you do not see any buttons or unplugged things. I assume that you have your suit, like your helmet closed, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, this is fully unknown, so I'm encased.
So one thing you do notice by the sort of like the seam of where like the pillar blends into the dome above, presumably, there is like a small gap between like the ceiling and the like pillar and dome. Like they're not actually connected to each other.
Oh.
There's a gap of probably about an inch.
Oh. Okay.
Another thing you notice after you're in here for about 15 seconds or so after the initial closing of the ceiling, pressure in the chamber is dropping rapidly.
What do you mean?
Like the pressure of the chamber is depressurizing. Thankfully, your suit is pressurized.
Yeah.
What
would that do to me if I was just a person, not in a suit?
You would asphyxiate and die terribly.
So it's becoming like an actual vacuum.
Yeah, it's like becoming space without the space.
Okay, yeah, I can cruise around in space.
Yeah.
With my suit.
So, I mean, obviously no one in their right mind would have jumped down here without a pressurized suit.
Obviously.
Okay, hold on. No one would just jump down here in the right mind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes. But in Rudge speak, at least.
Yep.
But yeah, after like a minute or two, the area is a complete vacuum.
Okay. Well, that's different, I say. And relay through comms. It has just depressurized. I'm in a vacuum.
Curious, Torres talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
That means that there is some kind of ventilation somewhere, yes?
Indeed. There's a seam that is about an inch gap up at the tower and dome connection.
That would be towards us then, yes?
Yes.
Could be venting out through whatever this dome is, the controls. I did not detect any atmospheric irregularities up here, however. Although now that you mention it, and she kind of like pauses for a second. Yes, there was a little bit of a rush of wind as we pressurized the area when we breached it initially.
All right. Oh, I wonder if this seam could help us in any way. Probably not, but all right.
Yep. So you got the little seam up there, and then looking down, the column that this thing is sitting on, it's about a foot in diameter, and the area around it is about twice that. So it's like there's like a foot or like 2 feet on each side. So it's like 5-foot radius tube going straight down.
That'd be really hard to squeeze down, wouldn't it?
It's a bit of a tight fit, yeah.
I wish I could shrink myself. That'd be awesome. All right, so yeah, I look around here. There's just nothing obvious. There's no activation, no other things. Do I see like any of these cords? Are they frayed, destroyed, unplugged, twisted, plugged in?
So they're actually not cords. They're just metal, like structure, like wires, except for they're just like part of the metal.
Yep, like braided cable or a rebar or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I go down. I say I'm descending into the shaft.
Yeah, so like you can go down. You just are basically pressed up against the wall.
Yep. Luckily, I can float.
Yep. So you start floating down into the bowels of this alien tower with your little mapping robot.
Yep, it goes
floating,
first, obviously.
Hovering down below you.
Yeah, I gotta go
so
first.
This goes down for a ways.
Yeah, half mile at least.
Before then, though.
Yep.
You get to a point, maybe like a couple 100 feet down. 100, 200 feet, thereabouts. Where
communications?
no.
Oh, okay, so now it's cut out.
Yeah, or it's very spotty, we'll say.
Okay, so I start to
There's a lot of metal between you and them now.
Yep, I relay that. Yeah, it's cutting out radio silence soon, it seems.
Just like, good luck. So it you get to a point where the central column branches out in 4 directions horizontally, with like smaller tubes, each with the like sort of surrounding vacuum.
Okay.
And it's going. Those are a little bit smaller, so you would be like scraping up against the metal going through.
Okay. I'll send the drone down those ones.
Okay.
And just
so
kind of basically make a good guess of which one to go down if I need to.
they go out. Yeah, like so. Oh, it continues going further down as well. The bigger tube.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if for some reason I need to take this detour.
Yep. Are you gonna pause and like wait for the drone to map out that area a little? Okay. So it almost reminds you of like veins in its structure. Like you're at like sort of the central core, and this is like the main artery, and these are all like branching off to different parts of what you assume are like the saucer top.
Yep.
Because the drone goes down, and it encounters dead ends that are similar in design to the room that you came out of. Like it comes out to like a node basically that is sort of by itself there.
Okay. So, those cable things, those metal are going down those ones as well.
Yep.
So
All just lying down the middle.
It's just a big old power conduit or whatever. Like multiple points of connection.
Across the top of the saucer. It's fairly, I mean, it's quite extensive, so you'd have to sit here for a while if you wanted to map out all of the, like,
no, I would probably do 2
pattern.
and then realize that it's
Okay.
kind of probably all the same.
Yeah.
Should I roll for which 2?
Oh, so you're gonna do like half of them?
Yeah.
Okay, that will take a while.
Oh, okay. How long? Like hours?
Hours.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do 1 and then abandon it. I ain't got time for that.
Okay. Yeah, so you go out. That probably takes about an hour by itself.
Okay. So then relay again.
Yeah, like, so this disc is like almost half a mile in diameter, and
that's right.
it's they're going out to like all the points in one quadrant of the disc, basically.
Okay, so yeah, I do let it do a full one way, and just so I can know what I'm dealing with.
All right.
And then I just assume it's like that on the other ways.
Yep. Okay, sounds good. So you spend an hour there, floating very comfortably inside of a tube, vacuum sealed tube.
Yep, just making calculations and ideas and all sorts of things while Zero's busy.
Yep. So you the drone comes back to you, and you continue heading further down. A little bit further on, you encounter another intersection, like the first.
Okay.
4-way.
Same thing. All right, I send it down double time with minimal extra bits. Like it's just gonna follow the main one, like the main hallway or whatever.
All right, yeah, so a cursory scan takes you like 15-20 minutes. It seems to be a similar pattern. Another layer.
Wow.
Another level in this superstructure.
This probably goes down forever. It does this every
Heading
time.
further down, you encounter a third layer.
I'm gonna leave that one be. I'm gonna
Okay.
just assume it's the same.
Yep. After that, you begin to head further down. Also, I should note, after each one of the layers, the tube that you're in gets slightly bigger. And as you head further down from the third one, it gets big enough that you can move around a little more. The central column is also bigger. So it's
tapering.
It's tapering out gently. And you head down a long ways after that, like over a mile. So
it's
at this point
deeper than
you
it needs
are.
to be.
Well, the tower is a mile tall, thereabouts.
Oh, so I mean, like, I guess I wasn't already underground. Like we were.
No.
We were up in it.
No.
Okay. I guess I didn't know how far up I started. I thought this is kind of like.
You started at almost the very top.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because the saucer is at the top.
Right. And there's no other rooms but at the top?
I mean, judging by the infrastructure, there's probably more rooms, but none that are
accessible.
open.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
There's no other entry points.
Nope.
Because
Just the very
I
top.
wouldn't have started. I don't start digging at the top of a mountain.
Well, you did for this situation.
Right. Because I had to.
Just lets you see more of the mountain.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you keep going past a point where you believe you are below ground now.
Okay.
And at this point the central column has tapered out to be about 10 feet in diameter now.
Wow.
And there's another like 20 feet of space around it, so plenty spacious.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
it finally
battle a giant worm in here.
Yeah. It finally comes out into a large, sort of like domed chamber. The column goes down onto and sort of like goes down into sort of a dome shape that is made out of several sort of like shelled segments that kind of like so it's like a hollow dome, and there's several like openings into it, probably about 20 feet diameter, so pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
There are several like other sort of metal tubes coming into this central dome, and one very large one that is heading northeast. So in this direction.
And that was the bigger one?
That's the big one, and that actually goes down like a tunnel of similar size to the one you descended.
Okay, and that's that long, like
Yep.
2,400 feet or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I send the drone down that one double time.
Okay.
And I follow.
All right. So you head down.
It is boosting. It's just.
So you're heading down the northeast tunnel here.
Yep.
Okay. So it.
For the big one.
You head down it for like about half a mile. Nothing. It continues. Like it's still the same size. Pretty big, and it is on a fairly like level course.
Okay.
Traveling underground.
God, did this thing grow here?
And it
or
goes
did it
on.
land here? That's what I'm wondering.
Does it come
We'll
from the
never
sky
know.
or from the ground?
I'll figure it out.
I know what Ian's answer would be. Well,
I'm pretty sure it grew. It just busted out from the ground. But, it probably did land. But I'm gonna still think it busted out of the ground.
it's like a mushroom,
Yeah. Or like War of the Worlds or whatever. They were always here.
right?
Okay. Yeah, just keep walking for days and just kind of wait till I get like a little ping from my drone.
Okay, so you're gonna follow down this tube then,
Yep, forever.
right? Sounds good.
Alright,
We'll jump
Rudge
back
is
over to
dead.
Willow. as Rudge is walking
Permanently.
a dark tube.
Not walking. I'm going 20 miles an hour.
Right? Yeah, you're floating.
I ain't got time for that.
Of course not. Okay.
Actually, I don't know if my drone can go faster than 20 miles an hour.
You're just like pushing it.
Probably not. I mean, in all honesty, we designed it to specifically map like caves and stuff, so probably maybe like 5 miles an hour, 10
Right.
miles an hour tops.
So no, I'm gonna have it going, but I'm holding on to it or whatever.
Yeah, you're like holding it out in front of you, like.
Yeah.
So it's not getting like a super good like map of the area, but it's also like very consistently boring.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay.
wires. There's some more
So-
wires.
Yep.
Have you seen these wires? They come in black.
Only black.
Yep.
Not even different shades.
Yep.
Nope.
The same shade.
Charcoal, what's that?
One
This
thing's
is
for sure, these
black.
whoever these aliens are, they're very bad at interior decoration.
I don't know, that'd be a really good way to fuck with somebody. Like if this was like in reality, you know how scared people would be of a pure black thing?
That is true.
Because like light wouldn't reflect very well in there. It'd be awful.
Yeah, it is also like matte, so like it's
Yeah.
not reflective at all.
You'd shine like a flashlight and you'd like slightly illuminate
It's
the
just-
room.
Like the fucking abyss.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
So
I'm
yeah,
on
like
the
the
abyss.
tunnel you're flying down is like horrifying
Mhm.
for any sane person, but you're like, oh, this is so cool. It's science.
Yeah, you're a scientist. You're not sane.
No, I'm not I'm not in my right mind. I'm in someone else's right mind.
All right, so Willow, you have just had your little skirmish with the Coalition Sky Cycles. What are you gonna do from that point?
Well,
Go to Disney.
forever the scavenger. I'm gonna go see if there's anything left of that wreckage of the one
Okay.
that crashed.
So there is. It is damaged, but not unsalvageable. It's definitely not going to fly.
Yeah. How heavy are those things?
But
I mean, I imagine they're quite with all the actually, I suppose it's mega damage, so not necessarily a debris ripped off. But
there is some, not a lot. But
yeah, I mean, I imagine
like
with
it was lightly to moderately damaged when
Yeah,
it
and I-
crashed. So
not to mention, I imagine engine failure always has a chance of destroying other shit.
damaged. Yeah. Sorry. Page. Do. Weight. 1,000 pounds.
That's probably more than my engines can handle over long distance. So I guess maybe I'll just like I'll mark it on my map and then like
Okay.
then I'll like probably like drag it somewhere. Like I'll do my best to like have my engines just like carry it somewhere else, so maybe I could hide it.
Just go put it under a rock.
Yeah, but that's probably exactly what she's gonna do. She's gonna like go pick it up and like find a spot, put it down, and be like look around and take like a big rock and just set it on top of it.
Yeah, let's go back to the to this map here.
It looks like they took him out with a rock.
Okay, so you've got. Just gonna put a little X marks at the spot right here. That's a really crap X.
Yeah, so an F or F-ish.
It's more like a lambda.
Yeah, it
I see
really
where I'm zoomed too far out. Where is
to the left of Roswell.
Okay.
There we go. Now it's an X.
Perfect.
Beautiful. I'm an artist. All right.
You know
Yeah.
you
So where
coulda
are you
just
going?
faked
Shut up.
that.
You going back to the settlement?
Yeah, shit. Yeah, definitely. I gotta finish up my construction.
Okay. So you fly back at max speed or cruising?
Yeah,
speed?
yeah, definitely max speed.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna
Rock
try
on
and
out of there.
I'm gonna try and stay a little bit low just to hopefully like stop some radar from detecting me.
Yeah.
Like not super low. I'm not going out of my way to fly low.
Yeah, you're
but,
not kicking the tops off trees. You're.
although that does sound like fun.
Then they could
But
just
no.
follow a trail of downed trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like where's Willow? Well, there's this huge streak that she flew through because she can.
All the downed trees. All right, so you arrive back at the settlement after about an hour of hours worth of adventure. Maybe reflect briefly on how that trip took several days back before you were established in this territory.
Yeah, that was a journey before.
Yeah,
Power of flight.
the power of science.
Yeah, exactly. Like she just goes into town and goes on a rant about how science is so much better than everything else. Like, look at that. No. She goes on saying there's no danger involved or anything.
Yep. No, it's perfectly safe.
Science helped me avoid danger. I chose to jump into it.
All right, so you are going to continue doing your thing.
Yeah, she just wants to get the last of the planned equipment built, so that way she doesn't have to worry about that anymore. It's done and
Okay.
prepared.